Hey, Coach Colin Castello here with Shot Mechanics Basketball. Today you're going to learn the top 4 NBA crossovers. All right, so the first crossover that a ton of guys in the NBA use to get that big time separation and break their defender's ankle is the pullback. Now I know I talk about the pullback a lot, but it's probably one of my all-time favorite moves. So I had included it in this video. So it all starts when you're attacking the basket and you're trying to get that separation on the pullback. Now you can do this at 15 feet if you want to shoot a mid-range jumper, or you can do it at the three-point line if you want to shoot a three-pointer. So basically the key here is it's all about that stab of the front foot and throwing your shoulders. And what I mean by that is this. As you're driving towards the basket, you're going to throw your shoulders towards the ground and plant your front foot really hard. So the idea is when you throw those shoulders and plant your foot, this looks like I'm in full attack mode, right? And it's gonna make your defender try to beat you to the spot even faster. And that's what we want. Because at that same moment in time, you're planning and you're pulling the ball backwards to get that extra separation. Now from here, you got a bunch of different options. You can pull it back and then shoot off of it once you get the separation. You can pull it back so you have some space to hit them with another combo, whatever it is you want to do. But the idea is we're just getting that initial separation off of the pullback. That way you've got options to work with. Now a couple keys to think about here is when you pull it back, you want to try to keep it low below your knees if you can. If you pull it back high, it's probably going to be right where they're coming back on defense and they might be able to swipe it coming through. So think about plant hard, throw your shoulders, eyes to the ground helps, and if you can pull it low, you're gonna get that extra separation as well. All right, so the next crossover is the hop crossover. Now this is one that's really devastating, and if done right, you can break ankles all the time. So it all starts as you're moving laterally in one direction, so it can either be to the right or to the left. And basically it's just the idea that you're going to hop on your foot and then plant outside and cross over opposite. So the idea is I'm hopping, I'm lulling them to sleep, and then planting really hard here so they try to slide to cut me off, and then crossing over the opposite direction. So really it's almost like a skip, right? If you're skipping down the court, it's pretty much just like a skip. You're hopping, plant out, cross over opposite. Now the key here is to sell it with your shoulders and eyes, just like the pullback we talked about. So as you're hopping, you want your eyes to go towards the floor and you want your shoulders to come forward. If you can do that, it's really gonna make it look like you're driving that direction, so they're gonna slide to cut you off. That's gonna give you a top foot, so then you can cross over. Now the last key you want to think about is keeping your hand on top or on the side of the basketball. A lot of guys will start doing this move and they'll cut the ball underneath just like this, and that's a big time carry and you'll probably get called for it. So instead when you're doing it, try to make sure that your hand's hovering on top of the ball. That way when you plant, everything's legal, it's going to be smooth. Misdirection, break the ankle. All right, so the next crossover is more of a combo, but it's a simple combo and it's one of the most effective ones there is out there, and that's the in-out cross. And basically it's just the idea that as you're attacking the defender, you're gonna begin by rolling the ball and breaking the center line of your body and then crossing over opposite. Now it can help if you add a little stab step in there. So as I roll the ball over, if I stab out to the same direction, they're gonna slide. It's gonna open up that crossover. This is one of the greatest combos you can throw. Guys like Steph Curry and Kevin Durant use it all the time in transition when their defender's backpedaling and they're giving them a little bit of space. So you just, boom, hit that in and out, break the center line of your body, plant, and cross. You know, one thing you want to think about here is you want to make sure that you're not carrying the ball too bad. If on your in and out, if you pick it up with your hand underneath the ball and then roll it out, a lot of refs will call you for a travel on that, or a carry. Instead, try to pick the ball up with your hand on the top or on the side, and then it's all going to be a legal move because your hand stays on top of the ball the entire time. So again, you're attacking, you're going to break the center line of your body, plant out, cross over opposite. You can either get to the rim and finish or shoot a jumper. All right, so the last crossover that I love that gets big time results but is pretty simple to do is what we call the stab step. So all it is you start with either a crossover or under the legs. You can do it either direction. And then you're hesitating for a moment and stabbing your foot in the opposite direction. So if I'm coming up under the legs, I'm gonna under the legs, stab opposite, and then push the same direction I was going. The key here is to freeze your defender with that jab step. So if I come and I do this, they're probably gonna slide to cut me off because they think I'm going this way with that stab, and it just opens up a wide open lane. So key here, like we talked about before, make sure that you're keeping your hand on top of the ball once it comes through. If you push the ball through and you cup it here while you stab, big time carry, they'll probably call you every time for it. So just make sure as you cross or go under the legs, pop, hand stays on top of the ball, That way when you're attacking, everything's legal. All right, if you like this video, go ahead and pound that like button down below, and then leave a comment in the comment section down below that, and let me know what sort of video you want to see next. This is a channel for the people, by the people, and I run pretty much everything off a request, so leave it down there, and hopefully I'll get to it. And if you're new to Shop Mechanics, welcome, and you're gonna wanna do two things. Number one, hit that subscription button below because we put out a ton of videos every week and they're all gonna get you better, I guarantee it. The second thing you're gonna wanna do is click this button up here or the link in the description to get a free copy of my #1 scoring workout. This scoring workout is gonna increase your scoring average probably the very first few times you use it, and it's one of the workouts that I use with all of my athletes. So you're definitely gonna wanna check that out, and it's free. Again, I'm Coach Colin Castello with Shop Mechanics Basketball. Thanks for watching, and until next time, splash on.